The Nintendo Switch has been out for over 2 years and sells nearly as well as the Wii did in its golden age. In other words, there hasn't been a better moment to join the Switch party, get into the games everyone is talking about, and join the hype train for upcoming titles. And yes, this video is both for you who need to be convinced to take a big plunge and invest in a Nintendo Switch, and all of you loyal Switch owners. But if you are new, then make sure to subscribe, since there is way more to come. Throughout this video, we will give you an overview of the system and the services found in it, but also give you an extensive guide as to what is truly worth picking up on the Nintendo Switch in terms of first and second party exclusives, the best of third party and indie titles, bundles, accessories, and most importantly, what you can look forward to on the system this year, in 2020, and even beyond. So let's get right into it.
No doubt, the greatest appeal of the Nintendo Switch and justification for spending $300 is the hybrid nature of the system. It is both a handheld and a home console, since you can play the system nearly as well at home as on the go. We say nearly since the Nintendo Switch in its dock can output a resolution up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, while the on-dock console through its screen outputs 720p 60 frames per second. In return, you can easily bring this one on the go with one of the many protective cases and bags, which we will get back to. And luckily, if you are not looking for streaming services and are satisfied with just Hulu or YouTube, the Nintendo Switch will be more than enough for you, since this system is all about games. From retro games and collections from giants like Sega, Capcom, Neo Geo, there's just so much to select from, even though Nintendo only offers the NES games for a rather lacking online service, which we will also get back to later on in the video. Luckily, when Nintendo is lacking in its first-party retro experiences, it more than makes up for its vast collection of brand new and remastered first and second-party experiences.
The first of these is naturally the organic masterpiece, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, which is a must-play and must-own for everyone who has respect for themselves and video games. Yeah, this isn't the most realistic-looking game, but it does have some real-world realism and freedom through its world exploration and mind-bending physics mechanics than the most realistic-looking PS4, PC, and Xbox RPGs combined. Much of the same can be said about Super Mario Odyssey, which sets fun and great 3D level design and exploration first, with plenty of new and returning mechanics that have not been seen since Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, but evolved to a whole new level. But the Nintendo Switch is so much more than a brand new open-air Zelda and open kingdom Mario system, since after just 2 years, the Nintendo Switch has built a nearly unbeatable library, consisting of Splatoon 2, the follow-up that improved nearly everything about Splatoon 1, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which will take away hundreds of hours from your life, and the same goes for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is Mario Kart 8 with all the DLC characters and tracks, plus the best battle mode in this series. You also have the motion-controlled new IP ARMS, and if you are into cardboard or have children with a great imagination, then the Nintendo Labo Collection is definitely for you.
If cardboard demos and mini-games aren't your thing, and you rather have a real party, then there is Super Mario Party, the best Mario Party since the GameCube era. Mario Tennis Aces, Kirby Star Allies, soon Yoshi's Crafted World, and who are we kidding, Pokemon Let's Go with freely walking Pokemon in the overworld, and last but not least, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is, well, the ultimate Smash Bros. Experience in every shape or form. Oh, and the new Battle Royale King, Tetris 99, which is free if you have a Nintendo Switch Online subscription. On top of these top sellers, you also have a number of solid Wii U remasters from the already mentioned Mario Kart 8 Deluxe to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Fire Emblem Warriors, and the 2 first Bayonetta games. And these are only a selection of the best first-party and second-party titles on the Nintendo Switch. So on top of these, there are a number of incredible third-party titles like Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Octopath Traveler, Starlink Battle for Atlas, Doom, Wolfenstein 2, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Skyrim, Minecraft, Fortnite, Katamari Damacy Reroll, NBA 2K19, FIFA 19, Sonic Mania Plus, Mega Man 11, a long list of Final Fantasy ports and remasters, and the miracle from Activision, Crash Bandicoot, and Sane Trilogy, to just name a few of the bigger ones.
However, despite missing out on big third-party titles such as Kingdom Hearts 3, Devil May Cry 5, or Red Dead Redemption 2, the Nintendo eShop is still filled to the brim with some of the best indie games on the market, such as Celeste, Dead Cells, Rocket League, Hollow Knight, Wargroove, and many others. Now you have seen that the Nintendo Switch is filled with amazing games at drastically different price points, ranging from $1 to $60 and a little extra for paid expansions. So which bundle should you go for if you want something more than a regular console to begin with? The answer would be one of the game-specific bundles. The problem is that most of these are no longer being produced and go for outrageous prices. The current bundles as of March 2019 being pushed by Nintendo on their website include the Mario Tennis Aces and 1-2 Switch for $360. Unfortunately, the Smash Bros, Pokemon, and Splatoon 2 bundles are no longer available at regular prices.
Luckily, most of these can be easily replaced with a few physical games, and some great Nintendo Switch accessories for the same price as these bundles cost currently. Which brings us over to the endless number of Nintendo Switch accessories. We definitely don't have time to go over all of them here, so check out this playlist for more suggestions and information, which include everything from Nintendo Switch cases, tempered glass screen protectors, dock socks, game case holders, messenger bags for your entire system, LED light-up shields with the motifs found on some of the bundles, stand-up docks, and most importantly, controllers. And beside the regular Joy-Cons that come with the Nintendo Switch, there are a few alternatives to select among, from the amazing $70 Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which is one of Nintendo's best controllers ever, to solid third-party alternatives approved by Nintendo, from PDP, Hori, PowerA, and more.
We went over some of these in the collab video we did with Nintendocade, so if you want to learn more about controllers until we make a dedicated video on them, then make sure to check it out. And with that out of the way, which is full of great promises for the Nintendo Switch. And after Mortal Kombat 11 and another Nintendo attempt at VR with Labo VR in April, things get really serious when Super Mario Maker 2 launches in June, which has a refined level maker made for the Nintendo Switch. This game was a big hit on Wii U, so it was only a matter of time before we would see either a port of the game or a fully fledged sequel on Switch. I don't know about you, but we're glad it's the latter. A month after that, on July 26th, is Fire Emblem Three Houses, the first Fire Emblem game released on a home console since 2007's Radiant Dawn. Fans of strategy RPGs will definitely want in on a piece of Three Houses, as you will be able to train your own warriors before taking them into battle. And then on August 30th, a new IP from Platinum Games called Astral Chain will be debuting. Platinum Games are some of the best action developers in the industry, and with the talent of Nier Automata's lead game designer and Bayonetta's Hideki Kamiya at the helm, this is sure to be a surprise hit. The rest of the games for 2019 don't have definitive release dates yet, but are still exciting titles nonetheless. Daemon X Machina will bring giant mech action in the summer, Luigi's Mansion 3 will be the long-awaited third entry in Luigi's Spooky Trilogy, Animal Crossing will continue to be the lead cause of procrastination, and Pokemon Sword and Shield will finally bring an original Pokemon game into the HD realm. As you can tell, 2019 is the true transition year from Nintendo focusing on the 3DS to the Switch. Franchises that have been on handheld like Animal Crossing and Pokemon are making their way to the Nintendo Switch, which yes is a handheld but with the quality of a home console. Another reason to buy a Switch this year, as the 3DS won't be seeing very many releases from here on out. You know, like a 2D Zelda game. Yes, we are getting a remake of Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch. We don't know much about it yet, except that it's a remake of Link's Awakening, but boy are we excited. Then comes the question of the third-party support. This year we have Mortal Kombat 11 coming out on April 23rd in the United States and May everywhere else, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled on June 21st, then Doom Eternal later this year, and that's about it. We do also have ports of games like Saints Row the Third, Assassin's Creed 3, and the absurdly overpriced Resident Evil collection, but a lack of completely new third-party games. When asking yourself if you should buy a Switch in 2019, you have to consider that if this is going to be your only console, you're going to miss out on the vast majority of third-party releases, games like Kingdom Hearts 3 and Devil May Cry 5. However, that doesn't mean that you won't have anything to play on the Switch, as the system is greatly supported by indie developers big and small. With the Switch, Nintendo has greatly stepped up their indie initiative with the Nindies program, allowing a diverse set of indie games. On one hand, this means there are heaploads of shovelware on the eShop, but other than that, there are great independent games as well. The Switch is a fantastic place for these games that some developers have reported greater success on the Switch than any of the other platforms. For example, Hollow Knight sold the absolute best on the Switch, that the sequel Silksong will be coming first to the Switch and PC. If you want to keep up with every indie release, you should check out our monthly Switch Games series where we cover 10 releases every month. But what about the distant future? What more is coming out on the Switch beyond 2019? Well, the obvious ones that come to mind are Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4. Bayonetta 3 could come out this year, but with the release of Astral Chain, we're probably going to be waiting a little longer. And we're definitely going to be waiting a while for Metroid Prime 4, since it was recently announced that the development has been completely restarted on the game. JRPG fans will also have something to look forward to, as Xenoblade developers Monolith Soft have revealed concept art for their next game. If it looks even half as good as this, then we will be in for a treat. Now, if you want to hear us talk more about the Nintendo Switch's insane lineup for 2019 and beyond, then be sure to check out our video on the matter. All we need now is a good online service. Nintendo Switch Online is an underwhelming service to say the least. Even if it's only $20 a year at most, you don't even get the ability to save all your games in the cloud, and you only get NES games in the Classic Game Collection. Needless to say, this needs fixing, and as soon as possible. But in the end, it's time to answer the question, should you buy a Switch in 2019? The short answer is yes, you should. If you waited this long, you already have a bombastic selection of games to play that have been released over the past 2 years. However, if you're looking for more third-party support, you might want to have a PS4 or Xbox One handy in case the Switch goes through another third-party drought. Video game consoles, of course, tend to evolve over the course of their life, making them practically different systems than what they were at launch. So if we had to give the Nintendo Switch in 2019 a rating, it would be a solid 9 out of 10. As great as the platform is, it is not perfect. Mostly thanks to the broken Nintendo Switch Online service and a serious lack of third-party support. These are the things that Nintendo needs to improve upon if they want to make the Switch a 10 out of 10 system. As of now, though, it is still a great platform that you should buy right now while it's still young and has a solid lineup. You can thank us later. Either way, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to click that thumbs up button, and if you are new, subscribe and hit that notification bell to know when we upload another video on the Nintendo Switch and other Nintendo franchises. We'd also like to thank our glorious patrons, including royal producers Kenyatta Ali and Bradley Carriage, for all their contributions to the realm. Visit patreon.com/commonrealm to find out how you can join the ranks in exchange for some awesome perks. That's all for now, girls and guys, so we will see you next time on the Commonwealth Realm.